right, y'all. This is our take. Marc, the moderator.
Banks.com, East Flatbush finest.
Leaf is only family, Brooklyn forever.
Avery the Process, Albany, Building 8, 8D.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna keep it on the NBA. And
What was that?
And now that the finals is here, of course, all the conversation is centered around certain plays and certain things going on. And what I got to ask the question is, because it has been brought up, is Kawhi the best player in the NBA right now?
Oh shit, we still doing this?
He's going to be the best player on the court in game 1. I don't know, man. Look, for me personally, I've started to see a decline in LeBron James. And this is not hate, because this is another thing I get accused of, being a LeBron James hater. But
that shit, son.
I'm just saying, I'm not a hater. Like, no, LeBron was the best player in the NBA for about 8-9 years, a good portion. But I think he's starting to lose a grip on that. I think Kawhi is there. I think Kyrie is there. I think the fact that Kyrie...
Nah, chill. No, let him finish.
Okay.
What I say?
You said Kyrie. That's
I didn't mean Kyrie.
Okay.
I meant
You just got stuck on K's all of a sudden.
Because even I gave you the side out. And I'm a Kyrie fan.
Kawhi and Kevin Durant. That's what I meant.
All right, no doubt.
If we're going by the example of LeBron James, which is on the defensive end, which the league is going to kill me for that, he's giving it to you on both ends. Pause. He's offensively, he's giving you 30 a night, and he's taking on the challenge of guarding the best player on the other team every night, which is that's best player in the world type stuff right there.
Go ahead.
Kawhi's different. He's different. Like, when he hit that shot against Philly, I wasn't even mad. Like, I was like, yo, this dude is he's cut from a different cloth. And he's super efficient. I think that's what the thing that gets me with Kawhi. He's efficient. Is he the best player in the league right now, today? You gotta say yes. He just beat the alleged best player in the league 4 straight. Right, Giannis, because that's what we said. We kind of was like, Marc obviously wasn't in agreement with that. But we were talking about right now, as of today, Giannis, he shut him down. Like, let's call it what it is.
Not going to say he shut him down.
But what I'm saying is that he made him a non-factor. He became a non-factor. Right.
It's really not.
When the dude that's supposed to be the MVP shies away from the ball in the fourth quarter, he did something to him psychologically. But Kawhi is that dude. Right now, yes. I don't even think it's an argument, in my opinion. Right now, Kawhi's the best player in the league.
Still LeBron James. And here's the reason why I say it's still LeBron James. There's things I need to see from Kawhi Leonard, which I seen in the last 2 games. I thought, like, early in the playoffs and through Game 5, before Game 5, some of his passes are late. Like, he wasn't seeing the open man where LeBron sees that right on time. Like, that ball is there. I see your man rotating to help. That pass is there. You got a wide open shot. You've seen that in Game 5 and Game 6 from Kawhi. If I see more of that, then I could say, yeah, but there's still things that guys in the NBA still don't do better than LeBron James.
I agree with that. But right now, the best player in the league, right now, at this second, and I say that because he's playing.
Because you're trying to tell me if LeBron wasn't playing right now, LeBron wouldn't be doing LeBron type things?
Nah, I would never say that. No. I'm not going to say that.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying you don't.
LeBron's still LeBron.
They say LeBron, and we know I'm not a LeBron fan, but they say LeBron lost a step. Let's put LeBron numbers against the top 3 MVP candidates right now.
Numbers is not always telling the most accurate thing, man. It's not
always. Okay, hold on. Let me just say this, because let me weigh in on this, because this is interesting. Because the reason being is this. I think a lot of times we become creatures of the moment. And
all the time we do.
And
that's where I'm at.
You said something. You said, with who's seen this coming? To be the best player in the league at this time, you would have expected it to actually happen. You just can't all of a sudden springboard into you're the best player in the league.
But people been saying it for 2 years, though. People been saying it for 2 years.
I think me personally, maybe some of y'all too, I think a lot of people felt it was about the system in San Antonio, was being with Pop and stuff like that. I partially felt that.
No.
I did. When I say I didn't see Kawhi being this good,
Let me go.
that's what I'm
way.
saying.
I am that guy.
Let me go another way.
I remember we used to talk about
Let me
that.
go this way. Earlier this season, in the early part of this season, we asked who was the best players in the league right now, and it was 1 and 2, LeBron and KD. That was 1 and 2. Kawhi's name didn't even come up, wasn't mentioned. Am I right or wrong?
I had him for MVP. Just FYI, go back, check tape. Go
That's
ahead.
later on. I said at the start of this season,
Okay.
when we started the
100%,
season,
100%.
right. And now all of a sudden, he's elevated himself as the best player based on what he's all of a sudden done. Because, like I said, it wasn't
Picture the
expected.
moment.
Now, hold on. Now,
Right. And that's all I'm saying. And just the least point, I'm going to agree. You can't knock a person off the mantle just because of a moment. That doesn't do it. That's just me.
It's kind of, I think what your point is about being creatures of the moment is 100% accurate.
But we said
it's
right
what we-
now.
it's
So
exactly
I'm just
what we
going
see.
right now.
And I think with KD,
In this
what
moment.
you go with KD is like, you got too many good players around you for me to call you the best, but he can't be stopped. Like, seriously.
He's able to play one. And my only knock on KD right now is everyone saying he's a good defender, and I still don't think that. I think he's just on a good defensive team, and it makes it look like he's playing good defense. To me, that's me. That's my knock on KD.
I think he's an okay defender.
He tries, which is what
I wouldn't
all
call him
defense
elite.
is. It's all.
There's not many of those.
But what's interesting is the guy that a lot of us had as number 3 is now off the list based upon what he did.
Well, we didn't
in
make
the
a list.
moment.
We didn't make a list. though. We didn't make. Don't do that, Mark.
Listen,
We didn't make a
Really
list.
didn't make a list.
LeBron, KD, and the Greek freak name was put up there. So
Banks been talking about him since the beginning of the year. But Banks was.
But now that we've seen what he's done, and now his name is now pushed to the side based upon what Kawhi is doing. Kawhi has elevated.
I don't think. I don't think we put. You going extreme with it.
You
going
Jedi
extreme
mind
with it.
tricks again.
He's not
son.
off. He's not
That
off
was good
any
because it
list.
almost worked, son.
He's not
Damn.
off any list.
No, we didn't
does
make
need to
a list
develop.
right now.
No,
He hit you with the Jedi Mark trick.
Yes, we did.
He needs to
We did,
develop
'cause,
more.
Listen, I
But
got
can we-
tape.
can we also-
We did make a list.
Can we
we
talk
argue
about
that
right now?
But we talk about right now. We said best player, not
But-
Ers.
but-
If we went Ers,
right now still encompassed this season. It's still encompassed this
right.
season.
But we're
Which is at
looking
the finals
right.
now.
That's what we're looking at. I base my off of what I'm looking at right now.
So wait, so the person that you consider the best player can lose that spot based off of 2 weeks?
Hell yeah.
Really?
Hell
wouldn't
yeah!
necessarily
because if you think about it, to me,
Then
I'm
wait,
gonna tell you what.
No. You know what?
That's all
You know
about
what?
the moment.
All right. In Kawhi's defense, when I started to see stuff in Kawhi's was that last year in San Antonio, right before he got hurt against Golden State, that year Pop kind of let him be free. And you kind of seen what you're seeing now. Not like in this full scope, but you've seen it happening.
Right.
Then we all know what happened. And then it came to this year, which he sat out games for whatever reason. But now is the time where we all say
Load management, they call it.
legends are made in the playoffs, right? Like, yo, the boy he has a Finals MVP.
And what happened with Giannis? That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
No, that's
You know what I mean?
that's why I put it the way I did because we had going into the playoffs.
Yo,
the
listen,
Greek freak was supposed to be the best player.
Yo, Kawhi Weiler, he Weilered that dude. Like
No, listen,
he took his spot.
Right.
He took his spot.
Maybe.
But is that legitimate? Is it based on just we're being creatures of the moment?
No. Watching Kawhi versus Greek Freak, Kawhi was the better
He was the
player.
better player on the
hands
court.
down.
He was the better player on the court.
So did we overrate the Greek freak
No.
from the start?
Yes.
No.
Now they say again. Now that's the
Yes.
honesty part right there.
Yes.
Because now we've seen the exposure.
Because
Can I say that?
you seen the amount of work he needs to put in during the summer.
I agree with that, but I don't
And
think
that's
that we
why-
overrated.
Is he still top 5 player in the NBA?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
But
Also,
when he was
can I
hiding that.
just make the point I was trying to make real quick? Can we not forget? First of all, Kawhi's 27 years old. Greek Freak is 24 years old. That I thought he was like 28 or 29. I forgot about that. He's 24 years old. So I mean, yeah, he has a lot to get better at.
But you can't. Okay, when you look at the body of work, what LeBron James has done with the numbers which he's put up across the board. Like I said, 2 weeks shouldn't allow for that to be erased. That all of a sudden you ain't the best player.
Now listen.
That's my only point.
I still got LeBron as the best player, but dudes is like right behind
On his
him.
heels,
Like,
without a
no,
doubt.
they're not on his heels. They on his neck. Like they breathing on his neck.
On his neck. But that's my only point, is that to take a person off that list now, I think is a knee-jerk reaction off of what we're seeing now, what makes out, because that's where the whole Steph conversation came from, because of what you've seen all of a sudden, and it just pushes everything up. And I'm keeping it across the board.
I get you.
It's just how.
But I think the better way.
Okay,
I think the better way to frame it is this: Kawhi elevated himself onto that list. You don't necessarily, to me, have to bump somebody off, but maybe you might have looked at Kawhi as being like 8, 9, 10 as best player in the league. He's up now, like he's in that top 3. Okay. That's the best way. I would probably.
I wouldn't argue that.
I don't know. I look at it from the reason why I took Giannis out of it, because I look at that big of a moment, not out of the picture entirely, but just we said the best player. Mm-hmm. The reason why I took him out is because I'm looking at in the moment, in the biggest moment, on the biggest stage. What did you do? And that game 5 showed me a lot. I'm sorry, that showed me a lot. And we all, I think, agree your Giannis not ready right now.
No,
you good. You're gonna be a good player. We know that.
And it's not hard. I don't think it's hard. I just think his game isn't there. There's things he needed to be able to do on the court that he just couldn't.
Up until the moment that he got exposed, he was up there.
Hold on.
He had. Wait. Because no, and I'm not.
But that's what usually happens,
bro. I'm just gonna make another point.
Happens to the greats, man. Happens to all of them.
I'm not saying anybody at this table. I'm just saying.
No, I got you.
Sports talk was that he was the best player in the league at a point this season. But we got to close out. We'll have some more conversation going.
Okay.
So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. This is Our Take, y'all.
Peace.
What I'm saying is, if somebody on the